Gqeberha FM's Good Morning Angels. Wednesdays on Breakfast with Martin Bester.
My pleasure to welcome our very special guest in studio this morning from my hometown of PE Gqeberha. It is Aniya Holder. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
But now you tell me you're more from Grahamstown.
Yeah, I grew up in Grahamstown.
Grew up in Grahamstown, but where are you now?
I live in Port Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. What do you do there?
I set routes at a gym.
You what?
I set climbing routes in a climbing gym.
And that's what brings you here. I love the fact that you climbed in through the window, scaling our building from the outside. The reason I'm saying this is because she is an exceptional climber.
Oh, wow.
So that is why she sets climbing walls.
Got you.
How do you find out that you've got this talent?
Well, I mean, I started and then...
So one day you decided, hey, let me give this a go.
yeah, exactly.
And then you realized, hey, I'm really good at this.
Yeah, and then you start competing and then you're like, okay, cool.
But as a young child, though, did your parents have to try and drag you down from the side of the house? Or
No, not quite. They let me roam free.
Okay, so you do, what do you call the sport?
So right now I do speed climbing.
Speed climbing.
Which is just climbing up a standard wall as fast as you can. Whereas the other two disciplines of climbing are boulder and lead climbing, which they change. The route changes every time you climb it.
Speed climbing, give us an idea of the kind of times that you do.
So it's a 15-meter wall.
15-meter wall. Can you picture that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It never changes, so the route is always the same.
Oh, all right.
And then you basically just run up as fast as you can. We call it running because you're going quite fast.
Claw your way up the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. And how quickly do you get to 15 meters?
10 seconds is about my average.
Wow.
You climb a 15-meter wall in 10 seconds?
Yeah.
That is...
Yeah, no.
That is quite something.
It's like Spider-Man, literally.
Yeah.
Is it an Olympic sport now?
It is an Olympic sport, yes, for the second time. Yeah. So last year as well.
And how are you doing?
I mean, in South Africa, obviously the best. But
Yes,
it's not that obvious, but
No.
okay.
I wouldn't be going otherwise.
You're number one?
Yeah, for females, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That is incredible.
It is.
Well, with that kind of time, so you qualified to go to the Olympic Games?
Yes.
To go do speed climbing in Paris?
Yeah. Pretty random.
What is the Olympic qualification time?
So there isn't actually a minimum time because I don't know why. I think just every continent gets their top athlete that
Allocation
goes.
and you send.
Yeah.
Right.
But the top people, they are climbing like 6-7 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure. So you got... and where do you train for this? Who trains you?
So I have a coach, JD Muller, in Port Elizabeth.
Yeah.
But I come up here to train as often as I can, which is not that often. We don't have a full-size wall in PE. It's only 6 meters long.
Oh.
So Joburg is the closest wall that we have. Yeah.
Is there a 15-meter one here?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
a standard one here at City Rock.
So you have to come all the way from PE
Yeah.
to Joburg
Yeah.
to get the feel of a 15-meter wall.
Exactly,
Is
yeah.
that what they have at the Olympics?
Yeah, so it will be exactly the same. I suppose slightly different with, like high quality stuff.
It's similar with the swimmers, if you think about it. Not every small town or place would have an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
That's right.
So
yeah.
for an Olympic-sized wall, climbing wall, speed wall, you have to travel all the way up here. How do you get here?
I flew. So Everest Wealth has sponsored my tickets this time.
This time? What do you do the other times?
Well, the other times I came up with my coach. I've only been here twice. So,
Is it a mission for you to come up here?
I mean, I have to take leave from work.
And then travel by bus?
Travel or by plane, and then live
It's
here.
it's a long way.
Yeah.
Everest Wealth this morning represented by Alandi Kutsia. Good to see you. How are you?
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
You're very proud of her.
I am very proud of her. Yeah, very. It's such an exciting journey. And I mean, I'm also new to the sport. And after watching those videos, I'm like, wow, there's a whole new world out there.
And your family, are they supportive of this dream?
Oh, yeah. My family's very supportive, yeah. They love that I'm going. Yeah.
And it's and when do you go over, by the way?
So we probably leave in like the first week of July.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Olympic glory. 10 seconds seem to shave off about...
So I'm aiming to shave off 2 before I go. But yeah, it would be nice to just beat the South African record.
So listen, what is the South African record?
11:10. So I have beaten it, but not in a
Officially.
competition.
Boom.
Not officially. Yeah.
So we need to get you training a whole lot more before July. We
Yes.
need to get you up
Yeah.
to Johannesburg a lot more. And it's sometimes, I mean, traveling is expensive.
Yeah.
It is really, really expensive. And I do understand how it holds most athletes back. But you got to make a plan, right?
Yeah.
And you believe in her.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's such a similarity when we saw in terms of climbing, and it might sound cheesy, but Everest being the alternative. It's almost that we're not the tigers. We are like something a little bit different, and it's like backing someone when you are in the beginning of your career, and not when you are like at the end of the third World Cup. It's like at the very beginning, and that's why we thought, yes, imagine we can partner with Aniya and maybe get her to places together.
Greater heights.
Greater heights.
Everest.
Exactly.
Wealth.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I get it. Listen, I mean, a lot of people, can I tell you something? A lot of people who grew up here in Gauteng don't often understand the limitations or boundaries that you would have in smaller cities and towns. They really don't. They don't understand. For you to be exposed to things that happen up here, it's a long way. It's a long way up and down, and it's expensive and stuff. So when, and I can speak to it as well, when you get spotted by someone from the big city, it's a cool feeling,
It's
right?
a very cool feeling.
It's because it's not a guarantee.
Absolutely.
It's not a given for people that are great doing what they're doing in smaller towns and cities. I'm sure the rugby players will tell you the same thing. You need to be spotted by someone from the big city who believes enough in you to give you an opportunity. That was my experience anyway, and I'm so grateful for it. And it's not a given, man. So good on you for spotting this amazing talent and for wanting to support her in her road to Paris. The climb to Paris. What great news do you have for her?
Okay, so the power of social media. One of your climbers that you train actually posted on GoFundMe on an Instagram story, and then one of my yoga teachers saw this story, and I thought, let's just get into it. And I proposed it to our ex-co at work, and they're like, yes. So after meeting you this week and all those things, and seeing how humble you are and how eager and how young, and your spirit is so beautiful, so we thought, as Everest Wealth, we are going to give you 120,000 rand.
Oh my goodness.
That will be towards your flights here to Joburg, as well as your flight to Paris, that we will assist you with, as well as accommodation in Paris, as well as a little bit of spending money, because we know the euro is not your friend. So maybe you can buy 2 croissants a day.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
And we also want to be part of your journey and back you all the way, and perhaps our thing next year is to get a climbing wall in Port Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Why not? Why not? So, I hope that's something that will really, really get you going.
It will definitely, yes. Thank you.
We're very proud of you.
I love it.
Here's to greater heights, all puns intended. Here's to performing your best in Paris at the Olympic
Thank you.
Games. I really hope it goes well. I hope it goes so well that they build that 15-meter wall in PE and name it after you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Aniya Holder, we'll be watching you and we'll be supporting you, and you know what, do your absolute best. Maybe bring back some jewelry from Paris.
I'll try.
And to Everest Wealth, what a great fit. Thank you for supporting her.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, team.
Good job, Angels. Good job.
Breakfast with Martin Bester. 6 to 9 weekdays. Gqeberha FM.